Who are these guys? Dubbed out. Like on my phone, it's only like a 15-second delay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. 7:13. first match? Zilios, you said? Basilios? I see it. See it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Call of Duty 2v2 Gunfight Tournament presented by the US Army. Your commentators for the night will be myself, Seymour, and joining me, bringing the hype, is none other than Amuse. How are you doing tonight, Amuse?
I'm feeling great, Seymour. Ready to get this 2v2 gunfight tournament started. Should be a great one, and super excited to get down into this. A $500 prize, of course, into the top 8 already. So 8 teams going to be battling out for this $500 prize. Can't wait to get our first match started.
Of course, we got the top 8 coming up. We started off with 53, but we can't end with 53. We've knocked it down to the top 8, like you said, starting off in the losers bracket too. And I know we're going to be seeing Vasilios going up against 3KZ. And starting off this match, gunfight's a little bit different. What are you going to be looking at for these teams?
Well, gunfight compared to a regular game of competitive Call of Duty, right? Competitive Call of Duty, you have 3 different game modes: hardpoint, search and destroy, and domination. Gunfight, it's just a straight up 2v2 compared to a 5v5 in competitive Call of Duty. And the good thing about the fun thing about gunfight is you get a random loadout each time, and you and your opponent are both gonna have that same loadout. It's gonna be absolutely completely random. You're gonna be on the same map. All stakes are gonna be the exact same. There's not gonna be any advantages or disadvantages for any of the teams. So it's straight up gun skill, straight up Call of Duty smartness, and we're really gonna see who the best 2v2 gunfight team is. And I cannot wait to get this stream started, the tournament, to see who wins this 2v2 gunfight and conclude this one.
Exactly. You know, you said it yourself. You know, it's both even on either side. There's no advantages, no disadvantages. It just straight up comes down to who's more cracked at the guns here. You know, who's got the gun skill,
Yeah,
who can bring their straight shots into it. And I'm really excited to see it personally. I want to see those sniper rounds come out because
those
those
are
are
gonna be
where
fun.
I get those are where I get the most excited, the most hypes. And what are you going to be expecting? Like, what are you waiting for in these gunfights?
I just think the whole idea of a gunfight tournament is interesting to me, right? Because there's so many aspects. I know I played a couple of gunfight tournaments when the game first came out. One of the strategies you like to see a lot is if you throw a stun out and it hits another player, it actually takes a point of health off of them. And in the end, if nobody captures the flag in the middle after the overtime strikes, or if nobody kills the other two players, the team with the most health wins that round. So if you have 90 health combined with you and your teammate, and the other two have 150 health, the other team's going to win the round. And so, say if I throw a stun off the very beginning, I can bring that health down to 199 and make them try to push me. So there's just lots of interesting things that you can do with gunfight that makes it seem a little bit more strategic than it might seem at first glance.
Yeah, exactly. I know that when I would play gunfight with my buddies, the game first came out, it really came down to those rounds, you know, just like throw a flash, hop
Yeah,
on the flag because overtime it's actually just you just be like looking at it like, oh, you know, we don't have to worry, just go slay out, but it really comes down to those last minute decisions like do we have more health? Do we have to hop the flag or do they have more health? Do they have to hop the flag? We just play
yeah,
passively and play for the kills because there's a lot of strategy that comes into it. But before we hop into this game, Amuse, I just want to take a second and thank the U.S. Army for sponsoring this tournament.
of
You know, their
course.
support is amazing, and it's really amazing to see them just jump into these tournaments and give their full support. So, big thank you to the U.S. Army for their sponsorship on this one.
U.S. Army coming out with the 2v2 $500 gunfight tournament sponsorship. Nerd Street Gamers obviously putting this one on. Big shout out to them as well. I want to get into our first game, Seymour. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to get this tournament started. Seems like we have the first one set up and ready to go. So, another thing that's different about gunfight is the maps, right? The maps are specifically made for gunfight. Obviously, there's going to be favored maps and unfavored maps on both sides, and uh, one of the maps I really like is Docks, and the one of the maps I really don't favor is Pine. But you know, we're probably going to see all the maps at least at some point in this, and definitely going to be exciting to see the different gun variations and the different maps that they get. And you have to think on the fly. You get that loadout, you have 5 seconds to know what you're going to do with it, and it's just a whole new way to play Call of Duty, and to play it for a good amount of money as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's one thing I usually forget a little bit is the maps. You know, it's a
Yeah,
2v2. You don't need a normal size COD map because especially Modern Warfare, those maps are huge. But in 2v2,
large.
very small. You know, both teams will start on an equal advantage of length to the middle of the map. You know, it's usually mirrored from side to side. And you'll have the same obstacles to get around. There's not really an advantage, and I really like how Activision does cut out those advantages. But when we do get into this game, which we are going off, be
Woohoo!
it will be. I can't remember this map name personally, but I loved
It,
playing this map.
I think it's I forgot the name of it, but I know
Oh, it's
King.
Kings.
Yeah, King is what it's
Kings.
called. And getting started with this one, Kira. Wow, that's a long name. Kira Mira Kingu with the Uzi with this holographic sight. That's a terrible looking weapon. Let's see what they can get done with it. The nade coming out from Zyper though, so make it a 2v1 right off the bat. Other guy stuck in the crate, but Kira Mira King is gonna able to pick it up, but the trade comes in right away, and that name is gonna get me the whole time, Seymour. I'm gonna have to let you say Kira Mira a lot because I cannot be saying that more than once in a sentence.
Oh yeah, Kieran Mir coming out big, but it was Boyka who finished it off with the final kill cam, and that's round one. Going in favor of the blue team over on the left is going to be Boyka hopping on that heady with the Uzi in hand. He might want to switch up on his to his sidearm for the second one, but he's going to catch out on the aggression on this red
Oh,
team. They're going to push out this Kira Mira. He pushes up, traded out by Koizi 1v1. It's going to slow on down, but it's
woo!
a clutch up for the Allegiance team. They do tie it up 1-1, and I'm loving the aggression of Muse.
Crispy shots coming out from Kuzi there. Able to clutch that 2v1 with the Uzi. And something I noticed, they had that Renetti secondary, that new pistol. But now, onto the FAL, the shotgun secondary. And here comes Kuzi with the shots. Good shots from Kuzi, able to take him down. Now Zyper in the 1v2, gets stunned out. The Legion squad should know exactly where he is, but does a good job of getting away. Very little help from the side of Zyper now. Is he going to be able to pick one up, so make it a 1v1? Top is going to be the last player, that's Kuzi. The stun comes out, Zyper, can he get it done? Lays down his Kuzi. Kuzi now looking for the shots on Zyper. Absolute bloodbath, 10 seconds left until that OT flag comes up. Zyper still on this head glitch. It's going to be a mad dash to this flag.
Can't really tell who has more health, Amuse, but we do see Kuzi getting cozy up top. He hops for the flag, and Sniper is going to wait in the cargo crate. He sees him going off, and Kuzi! He takes the win 2-1. What a round from Kuzi.
Kuzi did a great job of just staying alive there, and that's something that the OT flag gets for us, right? You get on it, you can cap that so quickly, so just the ability to force your opponent out is Boyka with absolute beamer shots there, making it 2v1 is Kira now stuck in this. But as I was saying, that overtime flag changes things up a lot because you can't just play your life the whole time. You have to be able to push to that flag or the other team's going to win it. But Kira in a rough spot. Let's see if he can get this one done with 17 seconds left. Goes down.
Oh, he peeks out instantly and he gets dropped, and it's a tie game back again, going back and forth both teams. Once again, we do see Boyka in the final kill cam. He ties it up, and you know, matching the aggression is the defense from this Allegiance squad, sitting back and just waiting because they know that Kuzi and Kira, they do like to get up in their faces, and they're really adapting well. But now hopping in to round 5, it's going to be a shotgun pistol secondary, as the Origin will be their primary. Stun comes out from Kuzi. Teammate goes down. That's Kira getting a little bit too aggressive. Pulls out his sidearm, does a little bit of damage, but ultimately he will back up and play this a little bit passively. He knows he doesn't have the advantage here. He knows he has to find some kind of miracle. Will it be given to him? No. Kuzi gets a few shots, but not going to come out on top. We're going to head into overtime now as the flag is available. Kuzi, he has to hop this. He has to get on it immediately. Finds the first one. Gets tagged up by the second one. How is he still alive? 1 second left. Nobody going to hop on the bomb. It will be Coalition winning out on the health Amuse.
And that's what I talked about a little bit earlier. You have to know the health department. You have to know if you have to hop on the flag or not. And unfortunately, we can't see the exact health of the players, but obviously they can. So something you have to factor in if this round goes that full 45 seconds and the OT flag doesn't get capped, the team with the most health combined wins the round. So you always got to pay attention to your health as well as the other teams, as Kirby are able to get those shots at the beginning. And you know, that's something that you gotta look out for, Seymour, is those opening shots, those little pokes, those little tags that you get are so important just because of that health factor we talked about.
Yeah, neither team wanting to kind of go face to face with each other either. We're gonna go overtime with all 4 players up. First player in is Sniper. He's gonna be looking with the shotgun present right away. He's gonna push out. He finds Kira, and it's actually gonna be Kuzi. He hops on and he caps the flag.
That's just something you got to watch out for, right? You get the first kill, it doesn't matter because the capture comes in, and that's just a heads up play now. The Dragunov, I don't know, that's SDM with the scope on it, and the secondary, that 725. Boyka with the first kill. There comes the Simtex for Kiramira to dodge, able to do that. The stun coming out. No immediate pressure on Kiramira, but should be coming soon as both players just playing a little bit passively, knowing they have the health advantage, and it doesn't really matter if Kiramira holds this position because nobody's pushing him, and with the health advantage, they should be able to win this one unless Kiramira can hop the flag.
And Kira kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place sitting inside this crate. He does push out. He is spotted. He's going to hop towards the flag, and Sniper meeting him there with the shotgun. Going to drop him down right in the middle of the map. I think that's going to be taking the advantage onto the Legion side just a little bit farther. Yeah, it will be, I think, 4-3 now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4
4
to
3,
3.
I think you're right. Kuzi and Co. gotta win this round, or they're gonna be looking at a 5-3 deficit as Sniper with this SDM gonna hold this middle stairs head glitch. Sees one on the left, but Kuzi able to get the good shots in. So first blood for Kuzi and Co. Now he's gonna be looking for the second one with the shotgun. Makes him absolute one-shot. Teammate able to clean it up. 4-4. Good round from Kuzi and Kiramir to be able to tie this one up, and we're gonna go the distance with this one. It looks like.
Yeah, and for anybody at home, a little bit of a casual viewer here, not too familiar with Gunfight, it is actually first to get to 6. There's no win by 2, no like double overtime. It is just first to get 6 points on the board for your team in the sudden death format of a game. Boyka, he's going to look to open up with the first kill, choking the pistol shots at Allegiance. They're going to take the lead there. If you're Boyka, you cannot do that, Amuse.
You got to get those shots, but Cozy shows him that he has the necessary shots to get it done. Boyka could have made something happen there, but that's in the past. Now, this Renetti, such a good pistol, probably one of the best in the game. Just for individual pistol wise, obviously those dual magnums are insane, but single pistols, I would love the Renetti to be mine. As now, Kiramira and Cozy both looking for a kill. Kiramira with the first kill. If he gets the second one, this game's gonna be over. Kiramira not able to get it, but a 1v1 for Boyka. He's very low on health. Cozy with the challenge, but Boyka able to get it. Boyka with the absolute clutch, sending this to a round 11, and another random gun coming up for just this round 11. Gonna be crucial to see what it is.
Just like that, Boyka gonna clutch up and keep his team in this. You know, one thing I love about Best of Ones, Amuse, is that you literally have everything on the line. They're gonna pour their heart and soul into this match, and that's what we're getting. As we see that Uzi comes out with the Renetti as the secondary sidearm. We do see the opening pick, though, goes towards the Coalition side. It's gonna be traded back into a 1v1. How else to end this between Sniper and Kuzi? It's gonna be Sniper! We do see the Coalition team going in onto this next round of the loser brackets. Kuzi, Kira, have a nice trip home.
Zypa able to clutch it up for his squad there, as you saw. Boyka leading the way at 8-5, but Zypa not too far behind at 6-6. So just a good match all around from 3KZ as they're able to get this one done and move on in this loser's bracket for the $500 US Army 2v2 Gunfight Tournament. And what a match we saw. The first match we cast, Seymour, we get blessed with a round 5, or round 11, I'm sorry.
That actually couldn't have gone any closer between the two, considering it was a round 11 and it actually went to a 1v1. You know, he went for the challenge, he got fed the kill. It was it was Kuzi and Kira. They were in that round 10. They had the advantage. It was a 2v1, but you got to give praise to Boyka. You know, he popped off, he kept his team in it, and Sniper just took it home.
Absolute great teamwork from those two there, but don't go anywhere because we are going to get into the next match of our 2v2 Gunfight Tournament. As soon as we get that back, it's going to be another loser's bracket match, so everything's going to be on the line once again, and we're truly going to see who the best 2v2 team is. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more gunfight action.
Yeah, no, we're not ready. We can't jump the gun just yet, Amuse. We're still going. We're still running it. We're still going over that, and you know, some of those rounds, I mean, we can go over it and we can see how they match up. I know when Kira, he was running this shotgun, he was put in some rough situations, you know, specifically this one. He did get spotted out by the first one. It was a nice communication towards Boyka to get that peek in. You know, Sniper, he just had that information. And honestly, the teamwork between both of these teams, you really see it excel in some of the round wins. And it really came down to the wire.
Well, especially when you only have to rely on that one other person. Your teamwork absolutely has to be on point. As Kiramir and Co do a great job with the 7-2-5 round. And when you have those 4 other players like you do in a typical competitive match, it's a lot different, right? You and a couple other players have to work together, but it's just you and your teammate in this 2v2 gunfight tournament. What makes it a lot more interesting. This clutch from Boyka was absolutely huge. The slider on the corner, able to get the 2 bursts with the Renetti, pushes that to around 11. But It's an absolute great play, all coming out from 3KZ, and they're going to move on in this tournament.
And I know like some of these rounds, it really comes down to when you're playing gunfight, you literally have to call out everything. Every little thing that you hear, you
Hmm.
see, you stun out, maybe you get a little tiny tick of a hit marker. You just gotta let your teammate know that. And both sides, you really saw them that they were communicating because, one team would just blow out the other in a round. Next thing you know, the next round, they just come back like it was nothing,
Yeah.
and it's really nice to see. And I hope we see that communication as we go through these rounds.
I think we definitely will. Communication is going to be one of those things that sticks out the great teams from the good ones, right? Obviously, if you have that gun skill, you're going to be able to win a lot of gunfights and maybe propel your team to a couple of the wins. But the communication is going to be the big thing, and that's a big thing in competitive Call of Duty as well. Is if you're able to communicate better than the other team, it gives you such an upper hand, even if their gun skill is just so much better. And another interesting thing is the tactical equipment, the lethal equipment that you have, right? If you're able to put that to great use and give yourself an upper hand before the round before you even get in a gunfight, makes it a lot easier. So communication, tactical equipment, there's a lot more than just shooting your gun when it comes to 2v2 gunfight, and I can't wait to see how the rest of this plays out.
If you had to take one little thing from that you could just touch on to these other teams that you want to see, like maybe just a standout play, what really stood out to you in that first game?
Well, for me, I guess it was the play that you talked about, right, where the teammate shot him from behind, and he was like, "Oh, he's coming under the tunnel." The other teammate jumps out, gets a shotgun kill with the 7.25. That's just true communication there. You saw that be able to happen, and I don't know. We saw it on the replay, right, where it was the 1v2, sees him go in the tunnel, calls out to the other teammate, "Hey, he's in the tunnel. It's a free kill for you." Jumps out, gets the easy kill. That kind of communication just is what's going to get you the win overall in all of these games. Even if you miss a couple shots, if you know exactly where all the players are at all times, it makes things a lot easier. And being able to communicate, hey, I'm going to throw a grenade here, I'm going to throw a stun here. Those are just the little things that'll push those teams over the edge to maybe be able to win that $500 prize.
And actually looking at this, I just got notified that our next game we will actually see 3KZ once again. This time they will be
Okay.
playing up against Signal Q Gaming. And honestly,
Ooh,
with a name like Signal Q Gaming going up against
intense.
3KZ, I expect to see some hype rounds with this team. It's an open bracket tournament. These teams came out of nowhere, but they're
Yeah.
really getting they're really bringing their all into this one, especially for the $500 prize pool. I'm excited to see if 3KZ will finally find their matchup against this team.
And that match last game was not too shabby itself. Obviously, going to that round 11, so maybe we can expect the same out of 3KZ. But obviously, they're looking to close it out a little bit quicker than that. But that's a good thing about these tournaments, right? Anybody can sign up. You can get your tournament on too if you'd like to sign up for any of these Twitter tournaments. There's lots of them out there, and this one presented by the U.S. Army, that 2v2 gunfight, is just such a unique tournament, and it's just uh, during these rough times, get yourself something to do. Sign up for some of these Twitter tournaments, and it's such a great thing that all these tournament providers are doing, tournament organizers are doing, and just a great thing overall. The 2v2 gunfight, though, definitely an interesting one because the gunfight tournaments, those were really prevalent when gunfight came out, but kind of fell down through the COD community as we started getting into more competitive. So I'm glad gunfight's making this comeback, and I'm glad that we're able to cast this tournament, Seymour.
Speaking of comebacks, we're gonna have to come back in just a second because as these
Ooh.
teams come back again or set up in this next lobby, 3KZ, Signal Q Gaming, we're gonna be heading to a quick break while they get situated and ready up for this next one. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna be right back with some more 2v2 gunfight presented by the US Army.
Oh, baby. Contrast stitching. Curves that'll hug your body. Adjustable arms. Custom embroidery. Memory foam pillows. Changeable color inserts. Lay flat, recline. Removable logos. soft, durable material. Yeah. Like what you see, baby? Zip chair.
Oh my god. Mike?
Oh my god, Ike? Dude, I haven't seen you since Chief destroyed the ring. I thought I lost you.
The Covenant's gone for now. Let's head back to base. We've got a lot to catch up on.
Alright, let's do this.
Why did I choose Temple? I chose Temple because I love Philadelphia.
I wanted to find a school that was in a city.
Temple's really supportive of everyone, career-wise, internship-wise. They have a lot of opportunities for everyone, like study abroad. Temple students are so passionate, whether that's about their school, their major.
Just don't be shy to ask somebody, hey, what's your name or what are you majoring in? Because I've made my best friendship so far that way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2v2 gunfight presented by the US Army. And after that clenching round, or I guess it was round 8 kind of the losers bracket, but the first game that we saw, Amuse, how are you feeling going into the second one?
I mean, there's no better way to start that off, right? An absolute banger of a first game coming out from both squads. Obviously, going to that round 11, the clutch had to come out from the side of 3KZ, and getting into the second one, it's going to be on Speedball. This is my favorite 2v2 map, and definitely excited to see how this one goes out.
Oh, of course. I love the map Speedball. You know, we do see right off the bat, it is Boyka. He's going to rip the head off of Kid Counter as he tries to hop up onto that head glitch. As a nade comes out, Trident, he's the last one standing for his team. He's the last one standing at Signal Q Gaming. Trident, he's looking to clutch up. He finds Sniper. He's looking for Boyka. Doesn't connect on the stun, so he doesn't know exactly where Boyka is. Actually, he spots him there, and Boyka pulls out with the round 1 win right away.
Good shots from Boyka, not allowing the other team to clutch, and I think that's a big thing that you're gonna have to look out too this whole time, Seymour, is that you have to be able to work with your teammate, right? If you get in those 2v1 situations, just make sure that you two stay together. And you should be able to clutch that one out. But Boyka with that first blood on the Kid Counter now. Zyper and Boyka just stay close to each other. They should be able to win this round as Trident in the 1v2.
Oh, but the aggression from 3KZ, it's not looking like Signal Q can keep up right at the bat. You know, they're going down 2-0. We do see Sniper. He gets right up close and personal with the AUG. Pulling out. They're going to switch sides. We're going to have 2 new guns on the board. It's going to be the Origin with the pistol sidearm. How will they match up this time, Amuse?
I don't know. Zypa already in a good spot, though. The stun coming out. Counter able to kill Zypa, though. So Boyka now in the 1v2. Counter should be a little weak, but the nade coming in. Counter with the second kill. The nade coming in from Counter's teammate. Able to get that one going is making him one shot with that X16. And going into this, another round of the X16 in the Origin. 2-1 in favor of Zypa and Boyka, but Trident and Co able to get on the board.
You really got to look out, like you were touching on in the last round, is those opening shots that kind of picks across each other. And Sniper, he's going to expect the aggression. He takes out Counter. Trident looking to even it up, but he has some assistance from his teammate. That will be 3KZ. Pulling it out with Boyka, finishing up with that Origin kill.
Good kills coming out from Boyka there, able to get that Origin going, as you said, but now getting to this next round. 3-1 in favor of 3KZ. The crossbow! Oh, the trade! They traded with the crossbow! Trident able to get the last kill, but they traded. That's something you don't see very often. The crossbow coming out, Trident with an absolute nice shot, and I didn't expect to see a crossbow gunfight game, but this is going to be entertaining. Can we just do only crossbows or what?
I mean, like, right off the bat, seeing that kind of matchup, they peek each other. I want to see that run back a little bit later in the crossbows. They go 1-for-1 in that trade. How close it could have been, but Trident, he pulls out the shotgun. He's looking for Boyka on the aggression, but Sniper pulls out 2 with the shotgun, and that's going to be 3KZ with another 2-round lead as they go up 4-2 over Signal Q.
3KZ looking dominant right now. Don't want to go to another round 11 as we saw in that first match, and trying to close this one out a little bit quicker than that. Zypa and Boyka doing their jobs right now, countering now, and Trident on this right side, but Boyka's able to get the first blood. Stares alive with just a little bit of health. Let's see what he's going to be able to do, as now a 2v1, but Boyka being one shot of counter is able to just get one pistol bullet, and he should die, but he's a little bit weak too to Zypa. In an awful spot and gets taken down. 2-5. 3KZ not messing around.
I really love the way that 3KZ is playing this. They're just sticking with each other. They're playing together, because one thing you got to know about Speedball is that it really, really lives up to its name. It's not a slow map. It's very open. It's very fast. You have to be ready for everything. Boyka, and he's going for those opening shots onto Kid Counter. He's going to take a little bit of damage, goes for the stun, doesn't connect on anything, catches some people with the Semtex. Trident, he's going to kill Boyka. They're going to have the pinch going on. Sniper pulls the first. Will Sniper find the second in the 1v1? No! It's going to be Trident pulling out, bringing it back 3-5. They're still alive.
Trident able to pull it out, and Trident just had good shots all around that time. The pistol's going to be put away now, though, unless obviously they get another pistol round, but not likely. Is the Scar coming out, a classic weapon. Counter absolutely annihilates Boyka off the heady. There comes the molly in, but able to stay alive. Zypa now in the 1v2, but Trident is absolutely one shot. Oh, Counter goes down to Zypa. And now it's Trident versus Zypa. Zypa a little bit weak. Trident able to get the shots once again. Trident comes out with that round win. 4-5. 3KZ only up a round now.
We really do see the comeback coming up a little bit for Signal Q. They brought it back. It's 5-4. They're only one round away from going to round 11. But Boyka, he's going to be looking to open up for the 3KZ roster. It's Kid Counter going down. Sniper finds the second, and it will be 3KZ moving on in this matchup.
6-4 in favor of 3KZ as Zypa and Boyka both pulling their weight there. 7 and 8 kills respectively. And that loser's bracket run keeps going on from 3KZ as now gonna match up with another team in that loser's bracket. But Seymour, an interesting match there. The crossbow coming out really got me, and I definitely want to see more crossbows in this tournament. If I had to choose a loadout, that would be it for me.
You know, ever since Black Ops 1, when the crossbow was first introduced, it was one of my favorite guns to see. And it was one of my favorite things to watch go on, and especially right off the bat, for the crossbow to come out in this 2v2, they both peek each other and they both find the kill on each other. How else to really explain how that gun works other than literally going for a 1-for-1 trade on the shot delay there?
I hope we see it in this replay. I hope we got it. But Zypa with the nice AUG shots from the beginning. And this looked slow a little bit from Trident and Kid Counter, and they weren't able to get the victory as Zypa was able to pull it out. But 1-3 off the bat. Zypa and Boyka doing their best to try to close this out quickly, but got a little scary towards the end of it for the side of 3KZ. As here's the crossbow round. Counter with the trade on the Boyka. Oh my gosh. As another kill coming in from behind, but that one, it's got to be my favorite one so far.
I didn't even see Trident pull that final kill count. I might have looked away for that, but that was a nice little flank from him to pull up that round win, especially Sniper here. He found that double kill. He found it fast, and that just closed out the round as quick as possible. Let's run that back real quick. He goes for that shot around the corner. Kid Counter did not know what was coming from.
And Boyka with this pistol, the X16, able to make it 3-5. This is where it got a little scary, right? Trident with some nice shots, and the next round also goes to Trident and Co., I believe. Yep, 4-5 with that Scar, but 3KZ decided they're not messing around anymore in this round 10. Able to clutch it out with the Scars once more, and 3KZ gonna be moving on. Zypa and Coda, right? Are looking really good in this tournament so far, and obviously this is the only team we've watched besides their opponents, but they're looking dominant for my money right now.
I mean, you really see the best of both worlds from this team. You know, they go fast, they get the job done, they wipe the team, but they're also a very passive team at the same time. You never know what's going on in their heads. They're really good at switching it up. They're really good at changing up what they're going against. And I really like what I'm seeing against this 3KZ roster. They really know how to work the maps in gunfight, and they're really smart in it too.
3KZ looking like they've got their gunfight reps in, maybe practicing for this $500 tournament a little bit. I would if I was playing it, and make sure I knew all the loadouts, all the maps, everything that you need to know about gunfight. And if you're just trying to learn about gunfight, maybe if you don't know, right, it's a 2v2 mode. Only 2 players versus the other 2 players. The maps specific to gunfight. Some of the maps we've already saw, King in Speedball. Other maps that come to mind, Pine, and there's Docks, and an assortment of other maps that I can't think of right now, but there's a lot of them. And the good thing about it, Seymour, the fun part for me, and something that obviously Modern Warfare was really big on this, right? They released the 2v2 alpha before the game even came out, so they knew it was going to be a great mode. And the random gun, the random equipment set is really what makes it stand out for me. The fact that you don't know what you're going to be using each round, and you have to adapt to each situation. So that's why 2v2 gunfight is so interesting to me, and it really shows these teams coming out. And you have to be smart with Call of Duty. You have to have that gun skill because you never know. It's going to be different on a round-to-round basis.
Yeah, and it's a very unique mode as that as well. I mean, you're a Call of Duty veteran, just like myself. You know, you played World War II. You know, they brought back that kind of initiative in the lobby where you could go for those 1v1 battles. So Modern Warfare bringing it back in this game mode, it was a very popular one indeed. And as we go into the next match, it's actually going to be the loser finals. It will be 3KZ going up against Xylem and Nifty. Both of these teams will face in a best of one, the last best of one before the grand finals, where one of the teams will meet Team Easy for a best of three in the grand finals. So going into this next matchup, what are you really looking for in this? You know, we've seen fast play, we've seen slow play, we really see them kind of working the flags in overtime, but do you want to maybe see them change something up in this?
Well, for me, it's always map dependent, right? Obviously, on a map like Speedball, on a map like King, those are two of the smaller gunfight maps, and obviously the gunfight map's always going to be smaller than the original maps. But if they get a map like Pine, I'm going to be interested to see how they play that, right? Pine, obviously that bigger forest map with those cars in between, and that's a map that you can't really just run up the middle of the map and have that cover like you do on King, like you do on Speedball with that middle barrier, right? It's wide out in the open. There's a crate smack dab in the middle of it. That's where the OT flag goes. So I'm really interested to see Pine and how that one works out. And if that's going to be the next map, we're going to get that soon from our production. We'll let you know what the next map's going to be. But always is going to be map dependent. All time Call of Duty, that's what Call of Duty's been, right? You're not going to use a sniper on Nuketown, right? Or you might, but you know, you'd rather have a little bit more. So it's a little bit different depending on the map, but I think if it's a smaller map, this 3KZ team's looking pretty good.
Yeah, and we actually literally just got word that the next map is going to be Stack. So I'm really looking to that one as well, because there's one thing that I remember of playing Stack, and it's I think you spawn on you go to the left side right out of your spawn, and you have sightlines right down your alley. You have sightlines down mid. You can see where the overtime flag is, and you can see both headies of the staircases. So I think this map right here, what we're gonna see in Stack is really determine how will the teams work those spawn areas.
And yeah, exactly, because you have that little cliff on each side of the spawn, little pathway, walkway, whatever you want to call it, and it's like the two open sides with just the tires and the little thing. So for me, 3KZ, if I had to put my money on it, this is not a map that they're probably very hyped about, because they can't just run and gun as they have been. But starting out with the crossbow again, pull it out, Zypa, please, I need to see it. The throwing knife comes out, doesn't get anything, but Nifty able to get one, and wow, that was a fast round. Is Xylem and Nifty able to get it, and looks like we got the names figured out and everything. So gonna be a great rest of the stream. But Nifty with the two-piece right away. Zypa with the stun doesn't come out fast enough, but I need to see a crossbow this round, Seymour.
Nifty didn't even want to take the sniper out. Or the crossbow out. He didn't want to live up to what you needed. But maybe we'll see it this time. We're gonna hop on board with Xylem at first as he's working the right side. Boyka, he's keeping that pistol out. He wants to make sure he opens up with his kill, but Xylem, first blood to Xylem and Nifty. And that is gonna put the sniper on the back foot, sitting on this heady. Will he clutch up, Amuse?
I don't know, in a rough spot, but he does know Xylem is one shot, so able to get that one's a big kill there. As Zypa now in the 1v1 versus Nifty. 7 seconds left before that flag spawn is going to be in that middle crate, as you see at your top of your screen. As now, Zyper going to be looking for it, but the flag getting capped from Nifty. Zypa's got a challenge now, and he's able to. The head glitch coming in. Zypa with the nice shots, able to kill Nifty off the flag, and the trigger finger coming in there from Zyper, Seymour.
That's not what I wanted to see from Sniper. I was hoping he wouldn't hop up on the sandbags there because I was talking about earlier, the left side of each one can see through the middle into the overtime flag. I mean, I know he wanted to make sure that nobody could flank him or nobody had that angle, but if he played onto that left side, he would have had sightlines onto there. We see Nifty going for the flank as his teammate went down, Xylem, leaving Nifty in a 1v1. He did take shots, so they know he's behind him. He's going to tag one up, take out Boyka 1v1 time, swaps to the Origin and takes the kill. Nifty and Xylem, 2-1.
It looks like 3KZ might have met their match as Nifty and Xylem trying to get to that grand final. Obviously, this is the losers final, as we stated before this match started. Zifty and Xylem and 3KZ both trying to get there. We've seen a lot of 3KZ so far, as this is their third match we've watched. Nade coming out from Boyka, though, is the classic pistol shotgun combo. One to his right. If he checks it, will Zypa check it? Sees him now. Free kill coming in from Zyper. So now a 2v1 situation as Boyka looking for this last player, but making a 1v1 Seymour. And now this is going to be an intense one.
Yeah, we do see Xylem. He's going into it, and we do have a tie game. 3KZ, 2-2. Xylem, he tried to go for the challenge Amuse, but it didn't come out in his favor. It's really on this one. Both teams look even, just like that first round that we casted.
Looking like a good one so far, and don't expect anything less from the losers finals, right? These teams have battled their way here. Should be good ones, but the nade coming up from Xylem forces Borka into a bad spot. So now, Zypa has to do it with very low health, not looking like it's going to happen, as Xylem able to get that kill as well. So 3-2 in favor of Xylem and Nifty. And this is such a good match so far. I'm going to put my bets on this one going round 11 as well.
Honestly, both players on Xylem and Nifty, they've just been disgusting with this handgun. The X16 ripping the head off of both players. I know we've seen it before. Xylem, he did get a double kill there, but Nifty gets stunned up and he gets blown up by the Semtex of Sniper. You do see both Sniper and his teammate Boyka sitting on top of each other. They're just holding that up, but Xylem, like I said before, they're hunting heads with that. Will he find the second? No, he gets away with his life. Both players respectively low. 10 seconds on the counter. Will this go to overtime? Will both players respect it? It will slow down for the meantime, but Boyka, he's getting aggressive, and that's too aggressive. Nifty and Xylem, they go up 4-2 in this. They take the lead a little bit farther, Amuse. And they look pretty comfortable.
And something kill coming out kind of reminded me, there's no perks. You do not have that flak jacket. You do not have that tac resist, or the harden, as it's called in Modern Warfare, to be able to get away from those nades. So that's what makes them a little bit better. As I talk about the nade kill, another trigger finger coming out from the side of Zypa. He's able to get these two, but not having perks is a big one. That guy's finger must be very worn out after that round. And
honestly,
you know, it's just another part of gunfight that you have to take into account.
Honestly, I really like, you gotta remember, I don't know if you remember back in Black Ops 2, the foul would come out in competitive. Players hated it. Players hated the foul. Yeah. It would be G8 all the time. But right now in Modern Warfare, you're really seeing that trigger finger really come into fruition, really seeing it come out as Sniper. He uses it again. It's just a dangerous gun to go up against, especially in gunfight. It's a real headhunter, but going into this next round after Sniper and Boyka did tie it up in this past one, we do have the Augs with a sniper scope and instantly deleted. Xylem and Nifty take match point.
These rounds are just so fast. Both of these teams just want to sprint up the middle of the map. That looks like that Black Ops 1 AUG, right? The throwback AUG. But let me rephrase myself. I said there's no perks, but there are perks. They're just the random ones, right? So you're not going to have the perks that you might want. But 5-4, the AUG, the Black Ops 1 AUG coming up. Big opportunity for Xylem. It doesn't connect with anything. Gonna go up to this top left corner. Sees one there. Is he gonna be able to pick it up? Boyka goes down. So 5-4. Zypa now has to clutch out this 2v1 if he wants to keep his team in this tournament.
Yeah, Sniper, he's gonna hop up on sandbags. He's going to peek for Xylem, but nobody giving him anything to bite on. Both players playing super passive. They know they can pull it to time. They know Sniper has to make the first move. Overtime flag is available. Nifty and Xylem, they don't have to do anything right now except just wait. Sniper, he's going to run for it, and they're going to go down end of the road for 3KZ. It's been a good time seeing you guys move through these brackets, but it's going to be Xylem and Nifty moving on into your grand finals. How did you feel about that one, Amused?
I said it before the match started, right? You can't just sprint in this map. You have to have your gun up at pretty much all times. Xylem and Nifty were kind of more aggressive than I expected them to be, but it ended up working out, and Xylem and Nifty gonna move on to that grand finals, and I feel like we just started casting. I would have cast a little bit more, Seymour, but luckily we got a best of 3 for this grand finals, as that was that losers finals. Gonna be super excited to see this one happen, but Xylem and Nifty just looked like they're a little bit more patient and had a little bit more gun skill with that, and it was a good run for 3KZ, making it all the way to the losers finals, but their tournament lives are sadly over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the grand finals coming up soon, and it will be Team Easy versus Xylem and Nifty, a best of 3. You know, we started with 53 teams. We started casting at 8 teams. Now we're down to 2. $500 are on the line, and I know we got a couple of replays to look at from that last game, Amuse. So let's see how this team, Nifty and Xylem, really came out on this. And if I had to point out one thing that really stood out to me, their pistol shots were cracked.
Very, very juicy shots from both sides. But for me, Xylem and Co just got off to a great lead. Zypa able to win this 1v1 versus Nifty. But, you know, Xylem just looked a lot better at this map overall, right? They were playing the top ramp areas a little bit better, maybe being a little bit more patient than the other side of 3KZ, as Nifty able to get this shotgun killed, a little bit of slow motion rewind action coming out. But for me, just a lot more patience coming out from Xylem and Nifty, and 3KZ ultimately don't end up winning this when they go down. And this Xylem and Nifty team is going to be one to watch in the finals for sure.
Those shots were absolutely nuts. Honestly, every single time I saw Xylem or Nifty pull out a pistol, I just prayed for the lives of Boyka, prayed for the lives of Sniper, because they have an absolute shot to look out for, especially in this grand finals. I know even when we hopped over to the fouls here, the Sniper, he did not want to let go of that trigger. I know you don't really hold down on the trigger with a foul, but his trigger finger was on point. That was just, it was crazy to see him use.
Just such good shots coming out from both of these squads. As Xylem able to win this final one, as this OT flag coming up. That's something we really didn't see utilized too much. A lot of these rounds just ended so quickly, and the OT flag, I don't think it got captured once, and obviously there were some players on it. I don't think it ever got fully capped, but going to be interesting to see what this 3 maps are for the grand finals, right? Because we're bound to see Pines, we're bound to see Docks, and obviously there's another map that's slipping my mind right now, but definitely excited to see where this one goes, and definitely going to be a good one, as the grand finals of the $500 US Army Tournament is going to be coming up next. And Seymour, what is your favorite gunfight map if you had to choose one?
Oh, Gulag. Gulag right away. Instantly.
Gulag.
I have to say Gulag.
I forgot about Gulag. Obviously, Gulag's such a staple in Warzone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gulag, a great map. Hopefully we see some Gulag in it. I forgot that it was a gunfight map before it was a Warzone edition, and definitely excited to see some Gulag in the rest of the maps in our grand finals.
Oh yeah, and speaking of the finals, it will be a best of 3 right after this break. It's going to be the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2v2 $500 tournament presented by the US Army, coming up right after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for some more action.
Oh my god. Mike?
Oh my god.
Ike?
Dude, I haven't seen you since Chief destroyed the ring. I thought I lost you.
The Covenant's gone for now. let's head back to base. We've got a lot to catch up on.
All right, let's do this.
Why did I choose Temple? I chose Temple because I love Philadelphia.
I wanted to find a school that was in a city.
Temple's really supportive of everyone, career-wise, internship-wise. They have a lot of opportunities for everyone, like study abroad. Temple students are so passionate, whether that's about their school, their major.
Just don't be shy to ask somebody, hey, what's your name or what are you majoring in? Because I've made my best friendship so far that way.
Oh, baby. Contrast stitching. Curves that'll hug your body. Adjustable arms. Custom embroidery. Memory foam pillows. Changeable color inserts. Lay flat, recline. Removable logos. Soft, durable material. Yeah. Like what you see, baby? Zip chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2v2 $500 gunfight tournament presented by the US Army. It is myself, Seymour. It's Amused right next to me. How are you feeling?
I'm so excited to get this one going. $500, best of 3 for all the marbles. But Seymour, obviously it wouldn't be fair if we had that losers bracket and that winners bracket be on the same playing field. So maybe explain to everybody watching the difference between the winners and the losers bracket, why the winners bracket has that little bit of an upper hand.
Oh, they came through the upper bracket, Team Easy. They beat those best of 3s. They made it all the way to the grand finals. And, it's only fair that they start off with the advantage. So going into this best of 3, they're already going to have a map win under their belt to kind of even out the playing field. So if I was Team Easy, you're really just looking for that map win to bring yourself to 2 in this best of 3, because Nifty and Xylem, they have quite the mountain to climb in this 2v2 gunfight tournament. But right now, we do see them coming out hot with a first round win against Easy.
That's how you want to start it if you have to win 2 in a row. Obviously, Nifty and Xylem have to win 2. Only 1 needs to be won for the side of Easy. Venom and Joker coming out of that winners bracket haven't lost a single match. As Xylem gets one, Nifty goes down on the other side though, so make it a 1v1. Joker versus Xylem. Smoke coming out from Joker as he's a little bit weaker than Xylem, so Xylem should know he has that advantage if his teammate called it out. Joker versus Xylem. Xylem sees him. Joker gets the shots going. No, Joker now absolute one shot. Xylem with just barely any health left as well. Gonna come down to this overtime flag unless it gets taken out right now with Xylem with the kill. Xylem and Nifty up 2-0. Great start for them.
Honestly, peeking into an angle like that, you should not be coming out with the round win, but they do. This speedball map is starting out strong for Xylem and Nifty, but we're going to have marksman rifles now as Venoms. They turn it right back around. They delete Xylem, they delete Nifty, and it was just this shot by Joker, just disgusting from across the map. You really, really see the initiative from them to just take the fight to Xylem and Nifty. Amuse.
Oh my god. Xylem is absolutely cracked. Did you see that shot of Xylem? Able to clean it up. I hope you see it in the kill cam. Because what was that? We're not going to see it, but Xylem just hit the nuttiest shot I've probably ever seen as the slide cancel over the tires. 3-1. That round went faster than you could even think. Here comes a shorty shotgun coming out. Venom just sprinting up the middle of the map in a good spot here. Able to take out Xylem. Absolute one shot for Venom though as he pulls out the pistol. There goes the stun, the nade on the other side, but Joker gets it done himself. 2-3. Xylem and Nifty still up.
Joker and Venom literally just put the speed in speedball. They just rushed right up there. You saw the jump around the corner with the shorty to pick up that kill. I was surprised that stun didn't connect onto Xylem. But honestly, those shots with the shotgun were absolutely cracked. We do see Joker. He picks up the first one, traded out by Xylem. He looks for the second, but the shorty shotgun. Amuse. It's too much to deal with.
That close range shorty shotgun, that's exactly where you want it. That one going 3-3 is quick 3 rounds coming up from Xylem and Nifty. Quick 3 rounds coming up from Easy. Now the Odin is gun absolutely melts, but it's kind of hard to handle with that No, it's not. I'll get that first blood, and now the stun's coming out. Xylem actually gets one shot from Joker, though, so he has a good shot at this. Somali coming in back left, laying in it. That's not a good idea. Joker now in the 1v2. Very little health. I'd be surprised if he's able to pull this one off, and he is not.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I was raised to not lay down in Molotovs.
Yeah,
it's usually really not good for your skin, not really good for your health at all, but we really see Joker. He just embraced it right there. Venoms, he goes down first blood in favor of Xylem and Nifty. Joker, he has to pull this back if he wants to tie it up, but Nifty's shots are too strong. Match point for Xylem and Nifty. Amuse, what do you want to see Joker and Venom change up to bring it back?
I mean, it depends on the gun, right? It always depends on the gun that you get. You always got to play every situation differently. Looks like it's going to be the Magnums. Is that the snake shot attachment? Because if so, I don't think it is. But Xylem, something that Xylem has been doing so well throughout this game, able to get those first shots, right? Able to make his opponent a little bit weaker before, but now Joker and Xylem in the 1v1 with the Magnum, both absolute one shot. One shot will do it on either side. Joker versus Xylem. Xylem has a good idea where Joker is. Joker now in the back left corner. Xylem gonna be running right into his trap. Oh my gosh, do they know they're cat a corner of each other right across the street? 8 seconds left. Here it goes. Is the flag coming in soon? Seymour, they're gonna go on the flag, and Joker has to get there quick.
Yeah, we do.
Joker.
Oh. 5-4. Joker barely pulls it back for them, but they're still alive in this. Match point is still in favor of Xylem and Nifty, but they're one round away from tying it up and bringing it to a 5-5. Xylem, he's looking for those opening shots. You praised him before at finding those, but Venom gets the first take, but the head is gone on Venom. Who cares if he doesn't have a head? Nifty gets traded out by Joker. Xylem, he's got to bring those heavy pistol shots in. He's got to bring them now if he wants to take the win, but Joker could send it to a tie game right now. Could send it to a round 11. He's playing the opposite sides from last round, but he's playing it to the exact same. And what was that shot? We're going to round 11.
Oh my god, these players are not missing with this Magnum through the box. That's how weak he was. So make it around 11, 5-5 the scoreline. Obviously, if Venom wins this round, they win the entire tournament. Xylem and Nifty have to win this to keep their tournament hopes alive. Nifty back right, able to tag up Joker, but Joker with some more tags there. Both players very weak now. Joker does go down, and Xylem gets the other one. 6-5, Xylem and Nifty force a map 2.
We forced the map 2 between the 2-1. Xylem and Nifty pulls out in the end. It was a close one. Joker and Venoms did not make it easy. Hence their name.
No, they did
kind of
not.
like a little bit easier for them to pull it back there, but we really saw the endurance from both teams come back and forth. You praised Xylem for his shots, and then Joker popped off with that Magnum. It was back and forth between the both teams, and we really saw them both giving them all. That was amazing.
Both teams obviously have their shots on point. It's going to be a good series, but remember, it is 1-1. Even though Joker and the Easy haven't won, Joker and Venom, the team of Easy, haven't won any games yet. They came out of that winner's bracket, so the benefit of that is obviously map win. So it's 1-1. This map, that's the shot I was what was that? Oh my god. But as I was saying, it's 1-1. This map is winner takes all, Seymour. So this is a very important match of 2v2 gunfight.
Honestly, that winner's bracket advantage, it's out the window. It doesn't exist anymore. It's basically a best of one at this moment. Both teams got to bring it all in this next matchup. I know these shotgun plays from Team Easy were just insanely fast, insanely up in the face of Xylem and Nifty. They couldn't handle it. But at the same time, Xylem and Nifty brought their own fire with the Odin, with the pistols. They just were bringing the heat to Team Easy. And in some of these rounds, you could really see the communication coming in favor. I honestly, me personally, I favor Xylem and Nifty going into this map.
I mean, I feel like that's the choice, right? Just because of how good they looked in that last match. But Easy did something that impressed me, their ability to come back in it, right? They were down 5-2, but they were able to come back and win 3 straight rounds in a row to make this one interesting. So never can count Easy out of it from what it looks like in this round 11 here, or round 10 here, Joker through the box. Able to Island with that Magnum, and then this round 11 was kind of a breeze. We didn't really get to see what happened too much. All we know is Xylem able to pick Venom up from the side, and going into this next map, and I believe we're gonna get the map soon from our production crew, but I cannot wait to see what it's gonna be, because it should be a good one no matter what map we're on.
Amused, Xylem was 10-5 at the end of that round. That game. That was insane by him. He hit double digits, putting his teammate in his backpack and carrying up the mountain as far as he could. But I mean, it's gunfight. It's a 2v2. Can't really call it carrying that much because you do need that second
Yeah.
player. It's very, very important. Any kill goes or no kill goes unnoticed. But in this matchup, you know, you praise Joker and Venoms for their ability to come back in that. That's going to be something important to kind of look at because in Call of Duty, it's a real mind game. It can really get under your skin. And to see Team Easy just kind of toss that whole thought out of the window, bring it back like they did. I'm excited to see what this final map would be. You know, they got $500 on the line, Amuse.
This is one map for $500, and it's 2v2 gunfight. If you told me I was in this position, I'd be shaking in my boots right now, but luckily, I just talk over the games. They got to play them. What map do you want to see, Seymour? You have to choose one map to win it for you and your team. What map are you choosing?
Gulag.
Gulag.
I gotta say Gulag.
I hope it's Gulag. You hope it's Gulag. Let's not get everybody's hopes up, though. We don't know what map it's gonna be. Gulag, obviously being such a great addition to Warzone, right? But some people forget that Gulag originally came from the 2v2 gunfights, and gonna be exciting to see what happens on this next map. Obviously, we haven't seen Pine in a while, and I just heard from the producers in the sky, it's gonna be Docks. Obviously, that map, an interesting one as well. The two buildings on the left and the right, the underground passage right through the middle. Docks is going to be an interesting one, and I'm going to take Xylem and Nifty to win this because of how good Xylem is with those opening shots. That's going to be huge on this Docks map.
Yeah, you know, I was just like, as soon as he said Docks, I was like, oh, we're not going to Gulag. Why don't these teams want to go to Gulag? Why don't they want to see it come out? I want to see the Showers play. I want to see them come out with as much as they can. But you know, I'm not afraid of seeing Docks. It's an excellent map. You know, I ever since the start, it's been an amazing map to play against. I know the mid buildings, it's a power position. You want to make sure you get through there, but at the same time, as much as a power position as it can be, staying back in your spawn's not like the horrible thing to do. It's really going to come out at which team dictates the start of this map. Who's going to take the pace to the other one? Who's going to set the tempo? Are we going to see a team be aggressive every single time and go up? Will the other team kind of negate that and play on the defense the whole time? I'm honestly, you say you got Xylem and Nifty. I said I favor them into it, but if you're going to say Xylem and Nifty, I think I got Team Easy in this one.
And getting this match started as soon as possible. For me, pay attention closely to who gets the spawn shots off the bat. Inevitably, there's going to be one at least every round, just because of how Docks works out, right? You spawn and the other players spawn right in front of you, just past the bridge. So, going to be a lot of shots coming out from both sides, I'd imagine. See what's going to go down here as we're getting live with the Game 3 for all the marbles, $500 2v2 gunfight tournament presented by the US Army and Seymour. Nifty sprinting right up the middle of the map.
Yeah, we got Xylem on the opposite side. He's going to look for it, but Nifty opens up with the kill on Joker. Excellent first blood for Xylem and Nifty. They're not slowing down from their last round. Xylem with the pistol takes them to the first round win. And honestly, it couldn't start any better for these two. They're not letting go of this pace.
Not letting go whatsoever is now 1-0 start. Coming out from them, the pistol shotgun combo. Smoke grenade and a C4 is what they have to work with for the equipment. Nifty takes some shots right off the bat, though, as Joker and Venom decide they're going to play back a little bit more. Xylem and Nifty kind of separated. It's going to cost them as Venom able to pick up Nifty, but Venom kind of weak. C4 coming out from both sides. Joker now with the shots up top, not able to get it done, but Xylem from the side doesn't see that player. Xylem now one shot, going to have to make a miracle play, but Joker, is he going to get this kill? 2v1, not very much time left as Xylem's got to make a play here.
Honestly, Xylem, he's been popping off with the pistol. We could see him clutch it up right here, but there's not a lot of time to work with now, and he gets caught in the window. Easy ties it up. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a match. Not just any match. It's the grand finals. It's the last map. This is for everything. Like you said, it's for all the marbles. It's Team Easy versus Xylem and Nifty. Both teams not letting go to the lead. They want to keep it as even as possible. Amuse, take it away.
This has to be one of the best combos I've seen, right? The shotgun being so powerful, along with this MP5. widely known as the best gun in the game from all the professional players, and Xylem and Nifty put them to good use as the MP5 coming out from them 2-1, and interested to see if the shotguns even come into play here. You know, when you have such a powerhouse weapon like the MP5, no reason to maybe risk that. And that actually might be a carbine on their back, not the shotgun. So I would be very surprised to see it come out at all. But Joker in the 1v2, this might be the only position where it could be viable. But make it a 1v1 with a nade, and now Nifty. Nifty gets taken down as Joker finds the angle. 2-2. This one's going to come down to the wire as well, Seymour. I cannot. I would be very surprised if this is not a round 11.
This is what I'm talking about, Amuse. It's back and forth. Neither team wants to let go of this. We're going to hop over. We're going to take out another assault rifle. It looks like we got what looks like the ACR in my opinion, but it's Nifty opening up with a headshot on Venom. I'm going to push down right in the middle of the map. Joker makes it a 1v1. He's going to back on up. Dual akimbo pistols as your secondary. He's going to be holding that lower angle onto the staircases. Xylem backs up right into this. A smart play by him. You know, he's got the health advantage. He can hold this. He doesn't necessarily have to peek Joker. Joker will have to push the bomb or the flag to get this round win or push the kill. One of the two. He is 3-2 on this. He's on a 1-kill streak. He could pull back for his team, but Xylem, he's holding such a power position, Amuse. I cannot even expect Joker to take this, but peeked from Xylem. Xylem takes it. Advantage once again to the Allegiant side.
That Kilo 141 coming out from both squads, and we got the health totals now back up on the top left and the top right, so you're able to see how those health totals match up. As right off the bat, bringing it down to about 100 health combined from both squads, but what just happened is a great start from Xylem and Nifty, but they fall apart instantly as Joker's able to get 1 kill. The push straight up the middle of the map from Venom, and wow, that started off so good for them and ended up so tragically. And now the EBR, I think this is called, the M14 lookalike. Xylem is an absolute beast with these marksman rifles.
He posts up on those angles, but he does have to worry about Joker because Joker's been feeling himself too. He's got those hot shots. He's not joking around in this one. Xylem going down 1v1. He's sitting 5-3 pretty on that scoreboard. He's got to worry about Nifty though, because Nifty is not going to give up anything on these shots. He's going to be looking for those long angles with this marksman rifle. Joker, he's playing that mid building. He's playing to the right of Nifty. Nifty might be caught out. He saw him. He saw him go down into tunnels. He has to worry about Nifty coming through this, but Joker with the peeker's advantage, gonna spot the feet first. Easy. 2 rounds in a row, they take the lead.
After you saw him go into the tournament, to the tunnel, I'm sorry, it's just round over after that. Just preem that tunnel. No way he gets out alive. Nifty and Xylem 4-5 and 4-4 respectively. 3-5 for Venom, 6-3 for Joker. Nade coming out. Xylem able to get 1. Joker trades it with the nade though, but Nifty has the health advantage. 1 shot from this EBR 14, and Joker will go down. Obviously the secondary being that shotgun. The stun still in hand for Nifty if he decides to use it. Playing separate buildings right now. Time winding down. The overtime flag is about to spawn in that middle. The Joker's going to peek and see him. Joker gets the kill with the health disadvantage. 5-3 in favor of Easy.
Done and dusted. An exact lookalike of the past round. Making it happen again, Joker. This time, though, pulling out with the win on that once again to bring it. Host ends the game on match point. Maybe a little bit of a server issue. A little bit of lag coming out on one of these players, but...
yeah.
Or maybe a forfeit. We're going to actually have the producers look into that and to confirm this one. But at the moment, that was maybe a little bit too tilting for Xylem and Nifty on that one. Loses 2 1v1s in a row. You know, his health advantage doesn't really pay well as in the mental game.
Yeah, no, I expected Xylem and Nifty to come out and win this one a little bit more convincingly, but Xylem able to get some picks off the bat. Just something that Nifty and Xylem didn't account for too much is the straight up mid pressure, right? Easy coming out with the mid pressure, able to get a lot of picks there. Venom in particular doing such a good job of just running up the middle of the map as Joker kind of set up on an angle. And like we said, we don't really know exactly what happened with the host end of the game. We're going to get all the information we can for you, but um, kind of unfortunate we didn't get to see that one play out. But it's just such a good series all around, and instant replay coming in. Xylem and Nifty doing their best to try to win these first couple rounds, but in the end, weren't able to get it done.
Hey, you know, they started out hot. They started out taking the lead. I think they went up 2-0 right away. And it was just instantly pulled back from easy. You saw Joker.
Yeah.
He was getting so many refrags. Like right here, that nade onto Nifty just put him in such a good position. I know he had the health advantage. I know he had a lot to work for in this one. But that nade alone, it just put him in just such a good position to find that second one. It stirred up the pot. Easy ties it up 2-2. And you got to give it to Joker. He clutched up so many times for this team.
Mm-hmm. Joker did his best to make sure his team was winning that $500. And like I said, coming out of the winner's bracket, if they came out of the loser's bracket, this would be already over, right? They wouldn't have had the opportunity. They lost that first match to Xylem and Nifty. So the fact that they haven't lost and came out of the winner's bracket is the only reason they were able to come back and even have a shot to win this one. As we said, the game did get ended at 3-5. We're not 100% sure as what's happening so far, but so we have an assumption that it's going to be a forfeit from one of these squads. We don't want to say anything that's incorrect though, so we're going to wait to get all that right information. But you know, just such good play coming out from EZ, and for me it was the inability to watch middle. If I had to break it down into one issue from Xylem and Nifty.
There was so many times where I know Joker was in a 1v1 situation. He just got gifted the positioning of Nifty and Xylem. Like I know I think it was Nifty sitting on the car at the end there. He had the advantage of health. He could have backed up into the mid building. He had all the time in the world to get a better position on the map, but he wanted to hold that head glitch. Joker just got the right timing. He pulled it back. He did the wide swing with the marksman rifle, and he got that kill, the headshot onto Nifty. Might just not have done it for him. I know it was only 3-5. We saw it on Speedball actually. Joker and Venom, they brought it back from a 5-2 scoreline. It's not impossible. So I would be a little bit upset if that was a forfeit win. I think that deserved more.
Definitely did. Obviously, there's some things we just can't account for, though, right? And so we're definitely going to figure out what has happened there. The 2v2 $500 prize presented by the US Army. And okay, just heard from the heavens above, aka our producer, that Team Easy end up winning it. Miscommunication on rounds, apparently. Something happened weird there, but Team Easy were able to win it. They won the tournament coming out of that winner's bracket. $500 going to that team, and such a good performance out of them, losing that first map, but obviously able to win that second one. And when you come out of that winner's bracket, that's the luxury you have. You can lose a map, but just good plays coming out from Venom and Joker, and they're able to take this tournament.
Little bit of an anticlimactic win there, you know. Host ending the game. We gotta head to a little bit of a just hear it from the producers how to go from that one. But like you said, Team Easy, they come out on top. They make it a little bit too easy for Team Easy, going to take home that $500 prize pool presented by the U.S. Army in this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2v2 tournament. And you know, all the teams played out of their minds. I mean, 3KZ. Going all the way to the losers finals after we saw him in that first round win. It was nice to see that little storyline play out. Nice to see both of the teams bring their all, especially in those best of ones. You know, it really comes down to all the minuscule little events that come into that, all the little decisions in these teams, the team play, the communication, the gunshots were out of their minds. I mean, I could throw it back to Speedball on that crossbow, kind of that crossbow 1-for-1 trade, or the deagle shots, the magnum shots that we saw come out. Amused. It's just been an amazing cast, an amazing tournament indeed. A lot of standout plays.
Definitely glad I got this opportunity to watch this 2v2 tournament unfold. Obviously, Team EZ, Venom and Joker, able to come out with that W. Nerd Street Gamers 2v2 $500 prize presented by the US Army. Good play from them. And, Seymour, thank you so much for joining me on this cast. I'm so excited to see what happened. Unfortunately, the anticlimactic ending came in, and but even if with that ending, we saw some great matches all around, and gunfight can be very entertaining just because of how fast-paced the whole mode is, right? And the randomness of it. We saw Uzis with holographic sights. We saw crossbows with shotgun secondaries, throwing knives, C4, smokes. The whole shabazz came out, and truly blessed to be able to cast this 2v2 gunfight tournament with you, Seymour. Had such a great time.
Yeah, and I want to take a second and thank the present sponsor, US Army, for supporting this tournament once again. They're doing a lot for the scene, doing a lot for the community. I want to thank Nerd Street Gamers for hosting this and putting it on and inviting us on to cast this matchup. It was an absolute blessing, an absolute fun time of a night, and an excellent experience at that. To go on, I want to thank Amuse for, like you said to me, joining me on this cast, joining me on this journey for this for this gunfight tournament. All the teammates, all the teams that were in it, they played out of their minds. 53, only one could win. And it came down to Team Easy taking that $500 pot and going home a little bit richer than they were a couple hours ago. So to everybody in the back end on the Twitch, I want to thank our observer, our producer, and for helping this look so good, helping put this together, making the visuals look nice and pretty for us to move along. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching this. But from myself, Seymour, and Amuse on the opposite side of myself, just want to make sure you all have a good night. And stay tuned for some more Nerd Street Gamers action, as it will pop up in the future. More tournaments to come.
See you guys later. Have a great night.
Why did I choose Temple? I chose Temple because I love Philadelphia.
I wanted to find a school that was in a city.
Temple's really supportive of everyone, career-wise, internship-wise. They have a lot of opportunities for everyone, like study abroad. Temple students are so passionate, whether that's about their school, their major.
Just don't be shy to ask somebody, hey, what's your name or what are you majoring in? Because I've made my best friendship so far that way.
Oh my god. Mike?
Oh my god, Ike? Dude, I haven't seen you since Chief destroyed the ring. I thought I lost you.
The Covenant's gone for now. Let's head back to base. We've got a lot to catch up on.
Alright, let's do this.
Contrast stitching, curves that'll hug your body, adjustable arms, custom embroidery, memory foam pillows, changeable color inserts, lay flat, recline, remove multiple logos. Soft, durable material. Yeah. You like what you see, baby?